Hi everyone. Today in this video we are going to discuss about a linear differential equation of nth order with constant coefficients. So let's start with linear differential equation. Briefly I have written LDE of nth order with constant coefficient. So what do you mean by a linear differential equation of nth order with constant coefficient? Basically, a linear differential equation is said to be, or a differential equation is said to be linear if its derivative as well as the dependent variable are of first degree. A differential equation is said to be linear if the dependent variable and its derivative occurs in first degree. Let us say, let a differential equation of the form d raised to n divided by dx raised to n of y plus a1 into d raised to n minus y divided by dx raised to n minus 1 plus a2 d raised to n minus 2y divided by dx raised to n minus 2 plus and so on plus a n into y is equal to phi of x. This is called a linear differential equation of nth order with constant coefficient. In this case, d divided by dx is briefly denoted by capital D. D square divided by dx square is denoted by capital D square. Continue in the same way, d raised to n divided by dx raised to n is briefly denoted by d raised to n. If you substitute in the above equation or by using this, above equation becomes, so this is d raised to n divided by dx raised to n of y, means we can write it as d raised to n y plus, next one we can write it as a1, next one we can write it as a1 d raised to n minus 1 y plus a2 d raised to n minus 2 y plus and so on plus a n y is equal to phi of x. In left hand side, means from d raised to n to y. If you take y outside, you will get d raised to n plus a1 into d raised to n minus 1 plus a2 into d raised to n minus 2 plus and so on plus a n bracket complete y is equal to phi of x. This bracket term is a function of d only, which contains only d. Therefore, we can write it as a function of d. This bracket term is a function of d only, which contains d with constant terms. The remaining term is y. Write down y as it is equal to phi of x. Now, a differential equation which is equating to 0 the symbolic coefficient of y, that is, if you write f of d is equal to 0, the symbolic coefficient of y is f of d, and this is equal to 0, or in some cases the value of d we can put m, so that is f of m is equal to 0. So this equation is called, that is auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation, a equation which is equating to 0, a differential equation which is equating to 0, a symbolic coefficient of y. In this case, the coefficient of y is f of d, and if you write f of d is equal to 0, this equation is called the auxiliary equation. Now, as we know that a complete solution or a general solution can be written as CF plus PI. We know that complete solution, CS is nothing but complete solution, is equal to complementary function plus PI is nothing but particular integral. So now, before solving the examples, we can write or we can see the complementary functions based on the roots of the auxiliary equation. As we know that auxiliary equation is nothing but f of d is equal to 0. This f of d, either it is a quadratic equation, cubic equation, biquadratic equation, so on. Suppose the auxiliary equation is a quadratic equation, then we will have two values or two roots. If it is a cubic equation, you will get 3 roots. If it is a biquadratic equation, you will get 4 roots. But in these roots, some roots are equal or all the roots are different. By using that, basically by using that, we can write the complementary function. That is, I will write here roots of auxiliary equation, and in the next column I will write complementary function. Suppose the auxiliary equation is a quadratic equation, and we know that a quadratic equation has only 2 roots. So if these 2 roots are distinct, let us take 4 and 7. There is a quadratic equation, and after solving this quadratic equation, you will get 2 values for m, and these 2 roots are both are different. Then how can I write the complementary function? For the first one, we can write c1 e raised to 4x plus for the second one we can write c2 e raised to 7x, where coefficient of x is 4 and coefficient of x is 7, which are the roots of the auxiliary equation. Suppose there are 3 values, 3, 5 and 8. There is a cubic equation which has 3 roots and all the 3 roots are different. Then how can I write? That is c1 e raised to 3x plus c2 e raised to 5x plus c3 e raised to 8x. Suppose there is a biquadratic equation, and biquadratic equation has 3 distinct roots, 1, 3, 4 and 5. 4 distinct roots. Then how can I write? That is c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to 3x plus c3 e raised to 4x plus c4 e raised to 5x. You can interchange also. You can write c1 e raised to 3x, c2 e raised to 5x, c3 e raised to 4x and c4 e raised to x also. You can write anything. Then suppose there is a quadratic equation which has 2 roots and both the roots are same. Let us take 2 and 2. Then the complementary function can be written as c1 plus c2x bracket complete e raised to 2x. Suppose there are the 3 roots and all the 3 roots are same, 2, 2, 2, or you can take 3, 3 and 3. Then how can I write c1 plus c2x plus c3x square bracket complete e raised to 3x. Suppose there is a cubic equation which has 3 roots and out of 3 roots, 2 roots are same and 1 root is different. Let us take 1, 4 and 4. These are the three roots where one root is different and two roots are repeated. Then how can write? For the first one which is distinct, c1 e raised to x, and these two roots are repeated means we can write c2 plus c3x, bracket complete, e raised to 4x. Now there are four roots, and out of which two roots are or three roots are same. Then you can write. I will write here. That is 1, 2, 5, 5. Two roots are different and two roots are repeated. Then c1 e raised to 2x plus c2 e raised to c1 e raised to x, because x, c2 e raised to 2x plus c3 plus c4x into e raised to 5x. This is different. Coefficient of x is 1, the first root is 1. Coefficient of x is 2, the second root is 2, and this is repeated, that is c3 plus c4. c1 is over, c2 is over, you can take c3 and c4, or you can write any term, c5, c6, whatever you want. That is, it is a constant term, so therefore e raised to 5x. Suppose the roots of the equation are complex. Suppose if we have plus or minus 2i. In this case, we can write it as, here the term containing x is 0. X plus or minus iy, then we can write e raised to, or better I will write, if it is in the form of a and bi, then you will come to know e raised to ax into bracket c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. Generally I have written a plus or minus bi, e raised to ax c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. Suppose if you have 3 plus or minus 4i, you can write e raised to 3x into bracket c1 cos 4x plus c2 sin 4x. Or suppose if you have only plus or minus 2i, then e raised to 0x, but e raised to 0 is equal to 1, we can write, because the value of x is equal to 0 means we can write e raised to 0x into bracket c1 cos 2x plus c2 sin 2x. But e raised to 0 into x is e raised to 0, and e raised to 0 is equal to 1. You can leave this. So these are the complementary function with respect to the roots of the auxiliary equation. By using this, we can solve the example.